His last book was The Making of the Atomic Bomb, one of the most honored books in recent memory. In fact, it won the Pulitzer Prize. Now Richard Rhodes has turned his attention to the farm. Farm portrays the day-to-day lives of a Missouri farm family. It's a different picture of the American farm than the one we get in the news headlines. And Richard Rhodes got that view firsthand. You didn't just go interview farmers.
No, I went out to live with a wonderful family of two couple working together and their 3 children day by day, and kept a close diary of how they lived.
How long did you get out and actually do some work?
Yes, I got to drive their tractors and take their grain to market and all the things that they did. I was kind of an unpaid hired hand who wasn't very good at it, but could get a feeling for it that way.
Someone would say, gee, you went from writing about the making of the atomic bomb to the farm, but in many ways farming is as mysterious as nuclear physics.
It really is
to most Americans.
Yeah, technically it's very complicated work these days. This man was responsible for 1,000 acres of land. He had huge machines that he did his work with. He had to be responsible for the veterinary care of his animals and the soybean futures market. It's a very complex life and a fascinating life.
And you dispel a lot of the myths and the stereotypes that us city folks operate under, which is all the farmers are going bankrupt.
Yes, right, exactly. They are recovering. They're not necessarily getting rich. They never were, but they're doing better than they were before.
And that all the farms are now owned by corporations.
And there are, I think, fewer than 8,000 corporate farms in the whole United States, because it's really not a very good investment. You have to love the life, as these people do.
Would you say is there such a thing as a typical farm family? Is this one?
I think that the Bowers, as they're called in the book, are pretty close to typical in terms of how much land they farm, in terms of the kind of wonderful, old-fashioned family people they are. I've met other farmers around them, and they all seem to share those old-fashioned characteristics.
And now they're under fire from the consumers about using herbicides and pesticides, and they would rather not use them.
They would rather not use them. The federal programs that they depend on to survive are structured so that they have to use them. And I think that's probably because it benefits chemical companies who have very powerful lobbies in Washington. If we want to change all that, we're going to have to encourage farmers to change and help them change.
You're signing books this afternoon. This is what you call a teaser, because we had such a short amount of time due to the news today. But
signing books today at Bennett Schneider from 1 to 3, at Don Martin's bookstore in Lenexa from 4:30 to 5:30, and at Walden Books in Bannister Mall from 6:30 to 7:30. I'd be happy to see anybody.
Okay. The book is Farm, and if it's something done by Richard Rhodes, you know it's a fine work.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. We'll go live to San Francisco for an update on the earthquake before we close.